Off we go. The year is 1977. Star Wars has started a cultural phenomenon. Since then, there has been 11 live-action films, TV shows, books, and comics, all reaching millions of people. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who hasn't heard of Star Wars, as 1 in 4 internet users have seen it. So how did Star Wars revolutionize cinema? We're going to look at the success behind George Lucas's vision, why the films became popular and beloved, the revolutionary special effects, sound design, and marketing. So how did a man trying to make his way in the universe revolutionize cinema? Here's how. So the success story. So Lucas finished his second draft in 1975, and would have to spend another year working on it before finishing his fourth and final draft a year later in 1976. So he took this idea to many studios and was turned down by all of them except 20th Century Fox, which began funding the project. So Lucas and his partner Gary Kurtz budgeted $18 million, but Fox would only give them a final budget of $11 million, and the film was only released in 32 cinemas. Yet it managed to gross over $500 million from viewings, and has since become one of the most recognisable franchises in history, with most people, whether they're fans or not, can recognise Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and the Death Star. So how did a film that many thought would fail become so popular? So Star Wars introduced the world to some of the most iconic villains and characters put to film. It made an imposing, intimidating villain in Darth Vader, along with a smug, likeable rogue in Han Solo, which made for characters everyone enjoyed seeing. So Joseph Campbell's The Hero of a Thousand Faces inspired Lucas to write Luke's hero journey. So this journey is commonplace among mythology and effective storytelling, and includes a hero coming from an unlikely place, the hero refusing to go on the adventure, and has a father-like figure to overcome or reconcile with. The films are generally light-hearted and fun to watch, and allow for escapism from, at the time, a tense real-life situation, and the same escapism can be found today. So who hasn't dreamt of being a Jedi and swinging a lightsaber about, fighting evil? So these films showed how anyone can be redeemed, and are enjoyable to watch, and you can just disengage from reality due to their charm, story, music, basically any factor involved in the film. And because of these, the films have become beloved by pretty much anyone who's seen them. Having good films and being loved by a fan base doesn't revolutionise something. Yet Star Wars managed to redefine what was possible in terms of special effects and sound design, which did revolutionise the film industry. So Lucas founded his own special effects department called Industrial Light and Magic, and they made detailed models of the spacecraft seen in the original trilogy. So they combined blue screens with fancy camera tricks, which made way for the impressive dogfights in space. So Industrial Light and Magic would also pioneer the CGI technology, which is now commonplace in films, and redefined special effects again for the prequel trilogy. So CGI was pushed to its limits for The Phantom Menace, and managed to make the first fully digital main character in the Sith Lord Darth Jar Jar, and also made many a stunning virtual environment. So despite the weak criticisms of overuse of CGI in the prequels, The Phantom Menace actually had more models than the entire original trilogy, and The Force Awakens, which was meant to return to model making. So along with groundbreaking visuals, Star Wars has so many instantly recognisable sounds. So who hasn't swung a stick going zoom, zoom, zoom? So Ben Burtt is the man who created these sounds from just random bits of equipment he found. And although sound design's much more artificial nowadays, Burtt took normal sounds and made them great. So the TIE Fighter screech is just an elephant bellow, and the lightsaber is a TV set and a 35mm projector. So Burtt also managed to make an intimidating figure more intimidating by putting a microphone inside a regulator on some scuba diving kit and breathing to get the So to make the space battles appear like dogfights in space, the current technology was not good enough. So the Reflex camera was invented, and this was the first digital motion control photography camera system. So before Star Wars, models would be moved around the camera and this would simulate movement. but the new Distroflex camera would be controlled and the camera would move around a stationary model, which would give the faster flying simulation. So A New Hope was the first film to use a Distroflex camera, and The Phantom Menace was the first film to have a fully CG supporting cast member, and Attack of the Clones was the third film to exclusively use digital cameras, which resulted in Star Wars changing how filmmaking is done. Awards and accomplishments. So all the hard work put into Star Wars, including its special effects, sound design and the films, they've not gone unrewarded. So A New Hope won 6 Academy Awards for costumes, sound, effects, editing, music and set direction, and Burt won a special award in sound design. So the film's also nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Writing and Best Supporting Actor in Sir Alec Guinness. So Industrial Light and Magic began for Star Wars and has now been involved in over 300 films due to their ingenuity and creativity. So names from the films have also been used for creatures on Earth, for example Yoda Perperator, Darth Vader, and Wookiee Chewbacca, among others. Marketing. So movie toys were never thought to be profitable before Star Wars, and adverts for films tended to aim towards adults. So Lucas knew he wanted to film for teenagers, so marketed it as such. So when toys and other Star Wars merchandise came out, teens and kids wanted them, and there was such great demand, with $100 million being made from toys in 1978 alone. Lucas showed that film merchandising is just as important as the film, and big film franchises now have toys, clothing, mugs, and other things with their image on. So Star Wars also introduced toys as collectibles, making adults very willing to buy and display a toy. Conclusion. So, George Lucas created a cultural phenomenon called Star Wars. So since the first Star Wars film began, Star Wars has become popular in comics, books, TV, games. Star Wars showed that a film can be fun whilst telling a story. It pioneered the idea of a living universe by having Episode 4 talk about things the prequels would show when they were made. Having this universe with its own lore and history gripped viewers, and has become a beloved household name, thanks to the dream and hard work of George Lucas, everyone who worked in Industrial Light and Magic, Ben Burtt and John Williams, followed by everyone else who's worked on any Star Wars production. That's it for me now. May the Force be with you.